Hello, today we're going to be solving systems of equations that involve a linear equation, which we've seen before. It's a graph that makes a straight line, and a quadratic equation, which makes a graph that's called a parabola. So a parabola is a U-shaped graph. So basically, there are three things that can happen. We can have, here's an example of a parabola and a line. We can have something like this, where the graphs cross or intersect in two places. That means we would have two solutions. We can have something like this, where I didn't do a very good job at that. But if the graphs only cross in one place, that would be one solution. Or we can have something like this, where your two graphs will never cross, and that would be no solution. It's possible to solve these without graphing, but by far the easiest way to do this is by graphing with Desmos, which is what I'm going to show you today. And so our answers here are going to be the ordered pairs for where the graphs intersect, or if there is no solution, we just write the words no solution, sort of like we've seen before. So we are going to take each system and type that system into Desmos. So whatever equations you see, just throw them exactly into Desmos the way you see them. First one is y equals x squared plus 1. It's a parabola like I was expecting. The other one is just y equals x plus 1. The nice thing about Desmos, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, is that it highlights some of the important places with these gray dots. The ones we care about are where the graphs cross, which is this one right here at 0, 1, and this one right here at 1, 2. So our answers for number 1 are the points 0, 1 and 1, 2 as ordered pairs, just like that. Let's try a few more. So now type in your next system. If you type it in correctly, that's pretty much the only way you can mess these up. And I almost messed up. And you might need to either move your keyboard or zoom in or out or drag your screen around, just like anything else. How many places do these graphs cross? We see that there are two solutions. We're going to round each of these to 2 decimal places. So if I round, the x-coordinate of that point becomes negative 0.91. The y-coordinate becomes negative 4.10 because we have a 9. The next number after 9 would be 10. So negative 4.10 there, or negative 4.1 if you'd rather. Now let's find our other solution. Again, we're going to round to 2 decimal places. That one will become 1.11, comma, negative 6.11 if you round to 2 decimal places. So again, I'm writing our answer as x, y order pairs, pretty much exactly what Desmos gives us, except for we're going to round. All right, let's try another one. So y plus 3 equals 2x. And I'm not going to say that whole equation because it's going to be kind of a mouthful, but type in exactly what you see. There we go. This is what I was trying to draw earlier and didn't do a very good job of. It looks like they share a lot of points, but if you look carefully, they only have one actual point in common, which is this one right here, which is the point 2, 1. So it is possible to have just one solution if your graphs only have one point in common, like you see here. Let's keep trucking. So again, just be really careful about typing these equations in so that way you do things accurately. Okay, looks like we need to zoom out a little bit to see this one better. So we have our parabola in green, we have our line in blue. They cross in 2 places. Let's round each of those to 2 decimal places. So the first point would be negative 5.89, negative 0.89 when we round. Let's find our other solution. That's going to be up here, 2.89 and 7.89 when we round there. So again, make sure you list both ordered pairs, round to 2 decimal places, just a good standard place to kind of round things off like we've been doing. All right, let's try one last one. So we have y equals 2x squared plus 3. And And we have y equals, remember to do a fraction, we do 1 divided by 2 to get that fraction. And then arrow over to make sure you get out of the denominator x, and then plus 1. So we have a purple parabola and we have a black line. Those graphs are never, ever, ever, ever going to cross. And you can zoom in or out as far as you want to. It might look a little misleading if you zoom out too much, but those graphs are never going to cross or intersect. So since those graphs will never cross or intersect, we call that one no solution. So that's just a quick intro to how quadratic systems work. Again, you could solve these algebraically. It gets very complicated. You need some pretty advanced math to do some of these. So we are going to do that by graphing instead. You can have one solution, two solutions, or no solution. Anytime you do have a solution or two solutions, make sure you write the ordered pairs for those. That is it for today. Have a fantastic day.